Sometimes I be riding your face and hit like Genjutsu in place. That's how it be though. Nothing but great effort just to get a C though. Eyes watching but we never seem to be though. Meat. Yo. Oh my god. The emotional roller coaster Attack on Titan's manga put me through. Oh. So I was behind on the last 2 chapters, and we got a lot to talk about. I think to a certain degree, because some people may not know this, and if you don't know this, now you're gonna know this. I think Isayama, to a certain degree, with what happened in the latest chapter, was trying to, in a sense, make up for something that was supposed to happen a lot sooner. And what I mean by that, Sasha was supposed to die quite a few arcs ago in the season 2 anime, if I'm not mistaken. That was supposed to be where she died, and a lot of people gave him flack for changing up, because essentially the reason why he didn't pull the trigger, the proverbial trigger, was because she became a huge fan favorite, and he was like, yo, money talks, papa, what you doing? I ain't doing that. So him pulling the trigger now, he definitely gave her a even more tragic send-off. I think it would have been a really sad and kind of morbid way for her to go in the parts of season 2 anime. I think she was supposed to die when she had no equipment to fight that one Titan that she was trying to rescue a little girl from or whatever, but it would have just kind of been a quiet death. And it's just where Sasha is such a lively character, a bubbly personality. For her to die all alone, yeah, it would have been like, oh shit, you know, that's really messed up. But I think the character, it serves a better purpose for her to have died amongst the people that care about her. And that's why it's even more impactful, because they got to hear some of her last things. Some people might say, oh, it was a little bit ridiculous, but she stood who she was through and through to the end, and it makes it even more sad that she was just thinking about the things that she wanted in life, even into her passing. R.I.P. Sasha Blouse. You were an awesome, hilarious character, and I can't believe it. Isayama was like, yo, I don't care, whatevs, it's happening, and he did it in a really, really heartfelt way. It was just impactful. Now, there's a lot of things to talk about. For starters, I gotta say, even though what Eren did cost a lot of people their lives, he was MVP, bro. Like, I've been saying this for a minute, but Eren Yeager has turned into one of the most beast-like, badass type of characters in anime and manga. Like, this dude has done a complete 180 from the times of I just want to get revenge to where he's at right now. Dude is he's a beast. He's a beast. No beast titan pun intended. He is a beast. Well, he's not the beast titan, but you get what I'm saying. Like, he's an absolute monster. He was just left and right. He took the jaw titan and smashed the one bitch that was in there. Like, he was just non-stop. And then he was like, yo, Reiner, you want the smoke? I want all the smoke right now, bro. I want it all. Every last little bit of the smoke. And he was just giving dando pela left and right to all of these motherfuckers. He was kicking major behind, and especially the second to latest chapter. But then even this chapter, it was just like, bro, it was only because he started running out of gas, because at the end of the day, yo, no matter what, don't want to make him too broken where he just could keep on fighting and fighting. He took out a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? He did his thing. He was stomping motherfuckers out. Eren Yeager has one of the most bomb character developments I've seen in a while. It's just like, this is who he needed to be. This is what the world that he lives in molded him to be. It's crazy though, because I see a lot of our heroes have changed a lot, and I think it's a reflection, in a way you could even argue, to our society, that a lot of the trials and tribulations that people go through in life is what shapes them to where they become. So to see a lot of these people that they were so loving and caring, and even John, you know what I mean, that he wasn't one that would like to hurt people or do anything, to see that they were all just mercilessly going in. John, you could argue that there was a part in him, a small part in him, that he still couldn't do it, especially against a kid. So it's understandable, but just, it's almost a little bit sad. I'm not even gonna lie, it is a bit sad to see that these were some really innocent kids they were thrown into this situation, especially from jump when the very first attack happened where Reiner and Bertolt busted through the walls to where they're at now. Even after those events, they still weren't. It's these 3 or 4 years that we had of a time skip that they really decided, yo, emotions have not done too much for us. You know what I'm saying? Like Eren having all these emotions has screwed him over time and time again, all of them, and they turned into some really heartless people in a way where there's kids there, bro. Like, come on, you know what I'm saying? But obviously in their world, in the Attack on Titan world, is very different and it's a fight for survival. But my gosh, like our heroes are not the same people that they were in the beginning of the story. Like you look at, even while you're watching the anime, you know, season 2 or whatever, and you come to this and it's like, wow, they've changed. And it's realistic in a sense because, again, they've been through a lot of hardships and they've been through a lot of training. Let's talk a little bit about Armin. First of all, Colossal Titan Armin. I thought it was a really nice little touch where he said, oh, so this is the view you were seeing back then. A lot of them, they're looking at it as they're doing the same things that was done to them. Like the first and second attack or whatever, when they were breaking down the walls and everything. That was pretty much what was happening to them back then. So him saying that is like, so when you destroyed us and you attacked us, this is what you were seeing. But of course he's probably just referencing in general because, you know, he's at that view now. You can see that they have trained themselves quite a bit. Armin, obviously he's a smart guy, but like him being able to quickly thrust out of there, I mean, I guess within the years that passed, you know, you had a lot of time to think and do this, whatever, but they definitely are able to do things that some of the people, their predecessors anyway, weren't able to do with the Titan bodies and all of that stuff. They're doing interesting things, which is also kind of cool little addition to showcase that they really trained hard for this. But when we get the revelation, because to be honest with you, I thought that this was all a complete plan. Everybody was involved. I didn't really realize, and maybe that was my own mistake, or maybe it was just revealed, I'm not really sure, that Eren kind of did all of this on his own. He purposely got captured and he kind of knew that at the end of the day the scouts is going to come for me anyway, so just I'm going and I'm doing it. Now it's crazy because you see now even the development and the change in the relationships with them. For starters, Levi immediately starts kicking his ass. Then Hanji even is like, yo, you may have trust in us, but we don't trust you anymore. We lost people again because of your plan. I think to a certain degree you got to look at it as Eren is at the point already on a militant mindset where, yo, we're gonna have casualties, but if we want to reach where we're trying to go, we gotta do these things. He went from like a Martin to a Malcolm type of deal. You get what I'm saying? Like he went from peace and trying to do things the right way to we're gonna kick ass, we're gonna do whatever it takes to get what we want and where we're trying to go and see an overall peaceful planet or peaceful life, whatever we have to do to get there, you know what I mean? So definitely an interesting thing. It also showcases, again, things have changed, and I think a lot of these chapters are showcasing that a lot of things have changed. Reiner just kind of sitting there for a while as they're begging, screaming, please help, and he's like, I just want to die. It showcases where his character is at, all the regrets that he's filled with, and it's definitely 100% a display of how people can be indoctrinated into a mindset when you're seeing that these kids, they're like going by, well, we learned this in school and this is what it is. Nah, they're garbage, they gotta die, they're devils or whatever. It's definitely, again, a product of their environment and their society that has built them to these mindsets. You know what I'm saying? When the other kid is like, no, but they actually were attacked as well, this is revenge, and Gabi's like, nah, you saw it? Nah, it ain't happen, you know what I'm saying? She's on some internet type of deal now, like if it ain't on the net, it didn't happen. If you ain't see it, it doesn't exist, it never occurred. And that was kind of like, again, a product of her environment and the tragedy, man. I don't want to keep harping on it, but when they got up there first, they shot that one dude, which I don't even really remember who he is. He might have been a newer character or whatever. He wasn't anybody from the main cast, but one dead, bam. But then Sasha, man. Again, I think Isayama was really like, I intended for her to die. I didn't pull the trigger when I wanted to. I'm pulling it now. And it broke my heart. I ain't gonna lie. Because when you see the fun-loving, comedic relief, really, you know, young and youthful spirited character get slain like that, nonetheless by a little kid, it hurts, you know what I'm saying? When you really, especially getting invested in these characters. And this is why I think Attack on Titan, the approach Isayama started taking opposed to what he was doing early on, gives it more impact. Because early on it was like, you die, you die, you die, hey, you back there, everyone is dying, you know what I mean? Now Isayama has taken time where you get these spurts of nobody dies, but then when somebody dies, it's really impactful. And I think that that's why it works a lot better, opposed to, like, you know, not to shit on anything, but a Kama got killed. You know, everybody was dying every single week, and it was like, you know, a lot of people got sick of it. With this, now that we have these chapters upon chapters of nobody dying, and then bam, something big happens, it's more impactful than just spamming death all throughout. And yeah, honestly, that Sasha, I don't know how long it's going to take, but it's going to take me some time to get over that. Like, Sasha was a really cool and fun character, and I hate seeing the innocent ones. You know what I'm saying? Because Sasha, she had to get a little hardened, because again, everybody got a little bit hardened as far as emotionally and doing things that, you know, morally you would say, nah, but, you know, she had to do it. But nonetheless, out of everybody there, I would say she was one of the most innocent people, very simple type of, a Luffy, Monkey D. Luffy type of character. And to see her go out like that, it destroys, it destroyed me, I ain't gonna lie. Now, Zeke. A lot of people called this from a while ago. To be honest with you, I felt like it was a possibility, but because of the last big battle that they had and just seeing his conviction, I was convinced that, nah, there's no way Zeke is gonna do a 180. Like, he was fighting with all his heart to take down Levi and all of them strategizing and everything. So for him to come around like this, it really makes me question certain aspects. Like, I guess he's a really good actor. Like, bro, they're gonna start casting Zeke in the next, you know what I'm saying, big Hollywood production, because dude is an incredible actor. To even the kids are shocked, like, what are you doing here? What's going on? And I think once they hear him out a little bit, there's going to be either two things. Either they're going to play along, or they're going to say, nah, he's brainwashed. We got to screw him too. You know what I'm saying? And if you noticed, I don't know how many people really caught it. It almost felt like when Zeke butted in, because they were all shitting on Eren and saying, we don't trust you no more. And then he's like, yeah, but everything that happened is putting us one step closer to liberating the Eldian name and bringing peace and shit like that. It almost felt like a older brother, which he is, Eren's biological older brother, kind of trying to step in and say, nah, but my little bro, you know what I'm saying, give it an excuse. Really interesting as well. I think now we're gonna start peeling back the layers of Zeke's character, because up until now, he's been, you know, on some Itachi type of deal where he's just with this mean poker face of, I'm an evil guy, I'm rocking with them for life. And now we're starting to see more of, okay, you know, maybe this was his mindset from as a little kid. Like, I gotta infiltrate, I gotta fully showcase I am willing to do whatever for these people so they believe me, so that way when it's time to overthrow them, it'll be, you know what I'm saying, a much smoother event. Now they're understanding. So I'm curious if they try to do some covert operation of bringing Zeke back in over there. They're already aware, they know, you know what I'm saying, when that one female was like, I know that one, you know, with the fake beard or whatever. Zeke can't pull that anymore, so I'm curious if they're going to try that at all, or what's going to happen. We got a lot of power on our side, though. We have Eren, we have Armin, which, of course, they're Titan shifters. We got the Beast Titan now. It's going to be crazy to see how things going. On top of that, Eren, again, power-wise, like, he's a monster, and not just, you know, physical or whatever. He really did his thing, and I was just like, bravo, bro, just kicking tail left and right. Like, that was a culmination of however many chapters we've seen of him going through a living nightmare, and all of that anger finally letting loose to liberate people and overall, you know, push forth to a more peaceful tomorrow. Honestly, the latest chapter of Attack on Titan gonna go down as one of the best chapters yet again, not because it was death, but because we had plot twists, revelations, character development, friction amongst the characters, that they finally said, enough is enough, Eren. You put a lot of people's lives in jeopardy again because of your own selfish ways. We don't trust you no more. Amazing all around the board, incredible chapter. The chapter before that, if you're an action junkie, you love that too. And I gotta just give it up. Attack on Titan is showcasing why it is that big dog that everybody talks about and still knows and loves, especially with the anime. Whenever the anime gets to this content, no questions asked, it'll be on fire, and I can't wait. I'm kind of curious what a lot of you guys think. Did you shed tears? Were you crying your eyes out for Sasha Blouse? R.I.P, bro. Like, yo, mwah, R.I.P Sasha Blouse. You will be missed. And your overall thoughts of these chapters? Whew, some heavy stuff from Attack on Titan. But that is all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, stalk my Facebook, follow me on Twitch to get more when the video ends. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. And remember the golden rule: anime and manga for life, boy! Bow. Have an awesome day. One more time, R.I.P. Sasha Blouse. You will be missed. make a major move, laugh and let the haters lose. We don't give a fuck, virginity intact, cream stack. Paper rules, if you heard it, best believe that. But now it's whatever, one day I'll be your favorite, but never. No matter how you get it done,